Good morning, good morning, good morning. By the time you see this video, I hope you've enjoyed the one we did yesterday. I did about 2 hours, I think, and did the iris for you a little bit there. Maybe we'll get more extensive into that as just take one video and do that. Oh, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, this is as thick as the one I'm going over. Oh, man, you guys keep me hopping. It's okay, though. But do appreciate you all so much. I tell you what, you guys are really good. This issue with Kelly, I think, shows the concern and the practitioner within you guys. And Kelly, when you're on this site, and it's the same thing when you come to my school. Everything's open. When you there's nothing hidden about person's problems and things like this. Some people don't want me to mention names, okay, but you know, I'm an educator. You've guessed that by now. And so my whole gig is education. If you don't like it, I don't know what to say to people, you know, but I'm an educator. I just don't give you 15 minutes and that's it. So, and it's important for me to educate you because I know you're going to carry that the rest of your life, and it's going to do you justice the rest of your life. Great comments. JG, I thought it was a great comment. I can tell you, Kelly, you're going to do well when you drop this concept that you have a rare disease. You're holding on to that. I'm very sensitive. I can tell you that you're hanging on to that. That's why I was a little blunt in a previous video. You're hanging on to something and making claim to it, and you can't. You can't make claim to it. You have to let it all go and realize there's no such thing as diseases. That your problem is universal. There's plenty of people with your type of problems, and there's plenty of people a lot worse. So you just have to grab it and go and pull your health back, understanding why. And my job is to educate, not to do it for somebody. This is, if you notice, everybody here is doing it for themselves. So you guys did good. I thought you did really, really well. Some people are not meant to do these things. I'm giving my appointments free to people like Kelly. In the herb side of it, they give them distributor costs because when you come to my school, you automatically qualify for distributor's costs, which is about $9 off a bottle, something like that, which is considerable. And the reason I did that is a cross between a practitioner, which is wholesale, and retail, kind of in the middle there where you can make money and start yourself up a business. And so I did that. So that we can't give everything away in that respect when it comes to botanicals. We can go real low and just focus in certain areas, and we can use teas, and we can help in that way. When someone donates their herbs, we can give those away, of course. But we give everything. And there's a lot of Kellys out there, lots of Kellys. And so we have to pay our help. We have to pay our lights, and we have to pay our things. People don't understand the cost of doing business is incredible. It's just astronomical, the fees involved. Roughly 4% of charge card fees that we charge go back to the charge card company. So it's a tremendous cost. So you can't give everything away. I mean, we do, and we can, and we try, but anyway. Keep it up. I love your comments, and whether someone likes them or not, I don't care. I really like the practitioner in your thinking. I like how you're trying to get her to understand to let go. I like how you're telling her to get in that lymph and move that lymph. I really like what you guys are doing. Proud of you guys. You guys are doing well. Centron, all you guys, just doing really well. Oh, and all you guys. And that's what it's about. You have to start working with people. Some people want it, some don't, and of course most of you are very spiritual, so you're very perceptive. I'm very perceptive. I know immediately whether you're going to do the program or not. I mean, after 40 years of working with tons of people, I got a pretty good idea where you're at in your consciousness, and what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. So you can't take things, you can't hold. And you'll see a lot of people hold on to their diseases like they're theirs. And I don't know why that is. It's just kind of like that, it's an addictive syndrome, addicted to even diseases, and addicted to the emotional, oh, look at me. There's just a lot of that out there. And it's just, this is, again, a sign of weak adrenals. The emotional state is weak in people. They don't love themselves. They can't get the strength to power up and do it. So they want other people to do it for them. There's all kinds of this out there. So anyway, you guys are doing very well there. And Kelly, you'll do well if you put your focus on to health, and that's your focus. Get it away from this ridiculousness of diseases and focus on health. Understand the body, which you are. And so you'll do okay, Kelly. And all the other people like the Kellys out there. Thank you, Jules. Myopia. This vaccine thing. Well, you know what? It's just that they love to pour toxins into people, and I don't know if it's tied to the World Health Organization in kind of a thread of conscious effort to ruin the human species. I just can't imagine that. But the negative forces do have their side of this, and if you want to use it that way. And their job, of course, is to decay life. Just like there's acids, that's their job, And then you have the other side, which is to build life. But I don't. Either side is duality, and you're not from or a part of duality other than your bodies. But get your eyes. When you have eye problems, no matter what level of eye problems, MACD, there's wrinkled retinas. I mean, there's everything under the sun out there now. Dry eyes. You got all types of refractor problems like myopias. You got all kinds of issues out there with the lens. You have a lot of weaknesses in tissue that causes tissue to act differently, to perform differently, to shape differently. And so one has to go back to what strengthens the human cell. And of course, that is a good blood supply, and that's a good lymph supply, a good lymph elimination. It is also understanding the proper energetics and nutritional side of life. We make nutrition so much bigger than it really needs to be. And of course, when you're doing raw fruits and you're doing raw vegetables or raw vegetable juices, and maybe you're taking a superfood blend, well, my God, you're getting more nutrition than almost any species on the planet. The proof of that's not the answer, only a part of it, is the fact that there's a lot of raw foodists writing me here that's been raw foodist for years, still having a problem. Look at this old guy, 81, being a raw foodist for 20 years, and he's got calcifications in the kidneys. To tell you, it's just that's not the problem. It is when you consider standard American diets, and it is in the sense that the diets of high dairy and proteins have literally destroyed the human body. So yeah, we have a lymphatic problem because of that problem, definitely. So changing the nutrition, piece of cake. Getting to the lymph system, not so easy of a piece of cake. It can take years to clean that system up. It's a trip. It really is. And then to repair the weaknesses and the genetic stance of cells. I mean, this is all a process, and you guys are doing well. And everybody must learn that this is a process. There's no quick remedy, no magic potion, as we say. So, same thing with the eyes. Now, going with this, I would strengthen my parathyroid gland, make sure my parathyroid gland is up, because connective tissue, that could affect lens and the shape of lens. It can affect the vascular system, the neural transports of the brain. So utilization of calcium is a key component. No question, upper circulation, brain and nerve. We have the visual plexus I mentioned before that has raw eye tissue and other goodies in there. Bilberries. You got the eye wash to help pull and move lymph and blood better in the eye. So you got a range of things. Plus, always, always, always remember the lymph system. You must always work on that system. And working on that system assures that your nutritional input is there, because you can't move the lymph without you being in that nutritional component. You can't, and it's going to take you higher in the nutritional component into the fruits and berries and melons. And that's where the highest nutritional component is. Notice they push a lot of these juices, these tropical fruits and stuff, and tout them as the wonder foods. Well, it's because fruits and berries have the high, allowed to ripen, have some of the highest nutritional components of life. You know, take alfalfa and pump it up and get it really dark green and then juice it. Sure, you've got some components there. So work in that way and you'll be good there. Avril, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sweetheart, but thanks a lot for all that. This idea, this study that you mentioned about fruit juice causes cancer, oh my God. There's so many ignorant people like this scientist. It's just fascinating, the ignorance that these people have. Now, fruit juice. Could this fruit juice be high fructose? Could this fruit juice be pasteurized and everything else? Let me tell you, no one ever got cancer from eating fruits or eating fruit juice, drinking fruit juices from fresh squeezed juices. Nor do I ever see that from someone drinking bottled juices, really. So this kind of crap out there just makes me want to puke. And people like that need to quit playing this stupidity. He probably eats a lot of meat and milk and loves it. I mean, this is the constipated scientist of the world, as far as I'm concerned. There's so many components. I could go over so many components of that study. It'd be unreal. That kind of crap just makes me want to throw up. All of you would have had cancer by now, wouldn't you? I'd have probably 150,000 people out there with colorectal cancer right now. Interesting enough, I've cleaned up a lot of colorectal cancer with fruits. I don't know. Crazy, huh? Thank you, the Bella. Thank you for your comments, all you guys. You are so great. I love you all. I really do. The answer is within you. A great name. The answer is within you. Well, there's an old saying, you got to go within to get out. And then when you get out, you know, you still have to go within. And then you realize it's all now anyway, and there's no in or out. Oh, well, life is. Good reach to what you said to Kelly. Excellent take. Really right on in your thinking. You studied the natural hygiene. Right on. I mean, there is no other answer on this planet than what you guys are doing right here. Same with you, the answer. There is no other answer. There is none. I don't care. You know, it's this thing, that old saying I've said before, the seeker of God never finds God, because he's always seeking that which is already here. And that's the problem in also health. You know, we keep seeking what's already here. We don't settle down and realize it's more simplistic. It's the mind that keeps one seeking in all directions. So you got to put that mind over there in the corner and only use it when you want it. Oh, thanks, all love. Thanks all for all you guys. I really like that. What about pain? All right, so Kelly's asked a question about what about pain in the frontal lobe of the brain, the jaw, and severe anxiety, panic disorder, and depression as well. Well, let's answer that. What about pain? Where does pain come from? Comes from acids, doesn't it? I mean, if you want, let's reduce this to chemistry. There's only two sides of chemistry. Does both sides cause pain? Well, I mean, if you got way up in an alkali, but that's not really discussable here. The reality is pain comes from acidosis. What system, Kelly, deals with acids?